Hi guys, welcome. I figured I'd come back on for a quick one. I won't stay on too long this time, but let's see how many more I can get through. I'm waiting for the thing to come up. Okay, Ariane, Jen. Okay, general reading for Ariane. Walking away from something that no longer serves you, but backing away from it. So this isn't like telling someone off and I'm never going to speak to you again. It's kind of like backing away from it, which is fine. It may be somebody that betrayed you in the past, and moving forward, you have a Virgo coming in out of the blue. That could be a new trusted friend. It may be a slow and steady relationship, but it could be a new friend that comes in that's going to be very positive. I think that the person will be a very smart, intelligent Virgo. They seem to be highly intelligent, this person. Angela, update on Marcus's feelings. Okay. How is Marcus feeling? He's feeling like he's got to put a wish out into the universe, and a wish that can come true for him. The Ten of Cups is here, which means moving forward, he's going to find happiness on all levels around his relationship with you. He's prepared to move things forward, feeling more balanced, and he's feeling very attracted to you. So I think that coming up, maybe not right away, it may take a couple of weeks before you see things really get off the ground. So just give it a little bit of time. I think that he's going to want to be spending more time with you. Sister, as time goes on, does he think of me more or less? You know, it really fluctuates with him. Like he goes from like some days being obsessively thinking about you, and then like other days where he's not really thinking much about you at all. It really fluctuates with him, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Raise, pick a card. Who's coming in for love? His sign. Okay. Well, you have happiness and new love coming in. I think it's going to be a Capricorn. I think you got a Capricorn here coming in. Maybe not for a while. It may not be until the fall. Or it could be that you meet the person before the fall, but your relationship doesn't really take off until the fall. Soul healing, general. You have a relationship around you that's built on solid ground with the Three of Pentacles. You have the Sun here, which is guaranteeing happiness. Happiness in your life. The Sun is an excellent card to get. You may be in serious contemplation over something, or thinking about things, the way things that you could have done differently in the past. Don't cry over spilt milk, move forward. You have the Nine of Cups here. Put a wish out into the universe. You're going to get what you want. Focus on what it is you want, not what you don't want. There's an Aries around you that's going to be coming in to help you achieve your goals. Georgia, does RS want to put in the work to be with me? He comes up undecided with the Two of Swords in reverse, but 70% chance he does want to put in the work, or he will be putting in the work. So you may have some moments where he's kind of stagnant, or he may pull back a little bit. Don't make a big deal out of it. I would just leave it as is. Sepia, update on Michael's feelings for me. Update on Michael's feelings. Michael is feeling like he's a little bit in touch with a little bit more in touch with his intuition, and feeling like the divine is guiding this relationship between you and him. He also feels very successful around it. So coming up, he may be making a decision to move forward, and he may get out of his own way. And you could be hearing from him coming up pretty soon. Solar eclipse, what are his intentions with me? Well, he's not so sure. So on one hand, he feels like he's waiting for his ship to come in. On the other hand, he's kind of still crying over spilt milk that happened to him in the past. An old hurt or an old wound that he just can't seem to let go of, which seems to be affecting his life. When his intentions with you, he wants to move forward, but sometimes he feels like he holds himself back. However, coming up over the next couple of weeks, he should be coming in out of the blue, and he may be kind of reluctant to go like a head full steam, but I think you're going to be seeing more of him, or he's going to be reaching out more, wanting to hang out more. There's more coming in the next couple of weeks. He just, sometimes he can't get out of his own way. Oh, okay. Usually I can get private readings done within 24 hours. Usually. So I could probably do it tomorrow morning if you send them tonight. Sepia. Update on Michael's current feelings. Didn't I just do this one? That's one I just did. Okay. Let me go back up to the top. Choco, love. Feeling stable around love. Feeling financially stable is coming in around love. Okay, so there is a little bit of anxiety and worry here. I feel like most of us have that. And there's a fire sign around you. So what I'm thinking is a new business endeavor or a new way to make money comes in, which brings in financial stability. It leads to the happy home. Around the same time that's going on, a fire sign enters. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. If you're not with anybody right now, this can be the new person coming in. If you are with somebody right now, your relationship with this person will move forward when you're at the same time that you're feeling like you're becoming a little bit more financially stable, or you may be working on a new skill or a new way to make money. Around love comes patience, compassion, and a relationship that is built on mutual ground where both parties are putting in equal work. There's a lot of balance. Also, a time of serenity is coming. So moving forward into the spring and early summer, I think you're going to be feeling very calm, like very much peaceful, like things are falling into place and I don't have to force or manipulate anything. Things are just happening for me. I think you're coming into a good place. Which is the one that I missed? An update on Michael's current relationship? That's the one I missed? I don't think I did that one. All right. Well, things with them are kind of status quo. It's nothing to write home about, but they're still sort of, you know, going along. The death card is here, which means that things have transformed and they've come a long way, but it doesn't really look like things are getting any better, you know, or they're progressing any further than where they are right now. One party is holding holding themselves back, and the other person is looking like they're kind of, I want to say, bored at this point. So I don't know how confident I am in that there's a lot of happiness around that situation. It looks a little bit boring. Andrea, what's blocking my happiness? Well, that's a really broad question because happiness comes, like there's not one thing that's going to make us happy. So things that block happiness, usually our own thoughts. But it depends what it is. I mean, like you could be happy at work, but not happy at home. You could be happy at home and not happy with, you know, your friends. Usually when blocks come in, especially energetic blocks, it's something that we're doing to ourselves with our own thoughts. And it usually has to do with self-confidence and or strong emotions, like it could be jealousy, it could be envy, it could be like manipulation. All those things go out into the universe fast, and then they rebound. Like they get reflected back to us fast. So if you're struggling with being happy, you have to look at what's going on with yourself and what your thoughts are and what you think it is. Like, people have this idea that, you know, well, I'm going to be happy. Like, I had a friend of mine who, it was always like with her, it was like, well, when I get married, I'll be happy. Well, when I have children, I'll be happy. When I buy a new house, I'll be happy. But none of that shit makes you happy. You can't, other things can't make you happy. If you're not happy, it has everything to do with you and nothing to do with other people or other things. It's the same thing with jobs. A job isn't going to make you happy. I mean, you could be happier at one job than you are the other. But if you're not happy, a job is not going to make you happy. And a great boyfriend is not going to make you happy. You can't give your happiness or the power of your happiness over to a job, a person, or an object, because it's just not going to make you happy. So if you're not feeling happy, it's your own thoughts and what's going on inside you that's keeping you from feeling happiness. My screen is not black. Not on here. I have, it's a regular screen. PJ, how does the Scorpio think about me now? Feels victory around the situation and feels very passionate about you. They also feel very grounded. So they feel good about you right now. Chelsea, do I have unfinished business with Troy? Definitely. There's definitely more to come. Jay, what has the separation from me done for Caitlin? Well, you know what? Like most of the times when people have a break or they're separated for a while, it usually brings out what they miss most about the other person. On occasion, I'll see it be like where the person is grateful that they're no longer talking because the space showed them that the other person was bad for them, but that's not what comes up here. So time and space with her away from you has sort of shown her what you mean to her and how reliable and stable your relationship was or could be again. And there's a lot of strength around the situation. She also is kind of has that don't know what you got till it's gone kind of thing happening. But I still think there's more to come from this relationship with her. I think at some point you guys are going to reconnect. So let her feel a little bit, lost. Let her feel a little bit down about it, because it'll light a fire underneath her butt a little bit. Salome, what will my next relationship be like? It's going to be filled with happiness, and the person that you're going to be with may be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This person may have money, and you're going to feel like you finally won the battle. You maybe didn't win the war, but you won the battle, and your life is moving forward quickly. Worry and anxiety moves into the past. Lauren, will he be in contact with me soon? Yeah. Yeah, he will be in contact with you soon. I can't give you an exact time, but I'm thinking sometime this spring you should be hearing from him. Things should move forward sometime this spring with him. All right, let me go up to the top. Anjali, is there marriage coming in this year for me? Okay. I don't think you're going to get married this year, but you have the Two of Wands, which is being prepared, and you have one ace. So it may not be too far off. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but it may happen sometime next year. Let me go back up to the top. Jovi, General. Regret, past regret moves into the past. You're not carrying it with you forward. It's like you're wiping the slate clean and you're moving forward with spontaneity, with magic, with vigor. Life moves forward quickly. You may be working on a new skill or a new project coming up with the Eight of Pentacles, and a love relationship comes in if you're not with anyone. If you are, your current relationship deepens or moves to the next level. If you're not with anyone, you're not holding yourself back. You're moving forward with somebody who makes you feel wonderful. Like it would just be a serene relationship. Could be with a Sagittarius or a Virgo. You have both around you. Lauren, does he want to be with me or with her? Is he with somebody else right now? Let me just see something. Because I think he's with somebody else right now. Right now, it looks like he's with somebody else. So I mean, he's gonna come back to you eventually, but right now, I don't think he's leaving this other person just yet. It might take a little bit of time before that happens. Yeah, because there's a third party here, and it doesn't look like they're leaving just yet. So it's going to take a little bit of time before he comes back. I would say at least a couple of weeks. I mean, it may take a couple of months. Unfortunately, a lot of times breakups are just not clean. Like they break up, then they get back together, or they're not really together, but they're still seeing each other, and it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Wiggle. What does Chelsea the blonde girl think of me? Okay, so the energy that comes up is that she thinks that you're argumentative or confrontational, but also thinks that you're adventurous and that you have a love of life and that you're very exuberant. The Devil card is here. So the Devil card can mean a couple of things. It could be that, I I don't know what kind of relationship this is. If this is, if you two are just friends, then this card could be she's jealous of you. It could also be that you guys get together and do earthly pleasures that are not good for you, but feel good, like over shopping or going out and drinking. If this is a love relationship between two people, it can be jealousy. There could be a lot of jealousy or even obsession. So it depends on what the relationship with you and her is. Adriana, what would happen if I gave him a draw? Would he approach? What do you mean by a draw? All right, let me ask, will he approach? All right, I only get a 33% chance that he would approach, but the strength card is here. So that goes up higher than 33%. I think he would approach. I'm not sure what you mean by draw, but if we ask it as a yes or no question, I would have to go with yes. Anjali, will the Cappy propose this year? And if not, when? 2021 holds a higher possibility of marriage and marriage proposal than 2020. So I think it's going to happen in 2021. Lauren, will me and Jim eventually be in a relationship? %70 chance, yes, you guys will be in a relationship. Georgia, the way that I do them is I always charge per question, not by the time, because sometimes things, like some questions I can answer quick. Yes and no questions, they take 2 seconds. Other questions are more in depth, or the cards, like sometimes a yes and no question, the way that the cards read, it can take 10 minutes. So I always charge by the question, not by the time. I do them as a video, and I send a video link that only you can see, nobody else can see it. Oh, this guy is snuggling up. I don't do phone readings because I find it's too difficult to coordinate the times between my schedule and everybody else's schedule. And, you know, I usually ask for 24 hours to have the readings done. Email me with any. Here's another thing. Like people they'll write an email and they try to keep it short because they don't want to like waste my time. You're not wasting my time. I'd rather read the email and understand the situation so that I know how to apply the cards. You know, like once again, like say for example, the one I just did for Wiggle. I don't know this blonde girl, Chelsea. Are these two people friends? Is it a romantic interest? Is it a new neighbor? Like, I don't know what the situation is. I mean, these are quick readings. It's different. But if I'm doing like a more in-depth reading, if I know the situation, I can apply the cards to the situation better. So write the email, tell me whatever you think I need to know, and then I'll get back to you. J-Mac, will Caitlin and I reconnect, and if so, when? I think you guys reconnect. You have a 99% chance of reconnection here, according to these cards. Let's see when. Jack of Diamonds. So that can be a couple of things. The diamonds would generally be the winter. I don't know that it's going to happen before the end of this winter because that's only in a couple of weeks. The Jack would be the 11th month, the month of November. But it could also be something like you reconnect in November and your relationship takes a step forward come next winter, or vice versa. You could hear from her before the end of this winter, but then your relationship moves forward in November. So there's a lot of, room here for error. But bottom line is you should be reconnecting. Amethyst. What's the future look as far as my ex and his psycho sugar mom? Okay, what's the future for the ex and the sugar mama? Oh man, this is going to be one hell of a road. Okay, well, the first card is the Six of Swords. So that can mean a couple of things. The ex could feel like they left something that wasn't working so well and moving to something that was working better, that is working better. It also could be they may be traveling, or they may be taking a vacation overseas or to water. But coming up, one person is going to feel, probably the ex, that they put in a whole lot of work and didn't see a payoff. Feeling like betrayed, stabbed in the back, sharp words with the King of Swords, and then there's a lot of arguments and fighting. So this may be one of those relationships that is a whole lot of hell for a long time before it finally ends. Like there's not one love card there between them. It's like betrayal, arguing, fighting, that kind of shit. Probably a little bit of a power struggle at some point. Sarah, does Omid want a relationship with me? %70 chance, yes. Love Chastity, how long until I get promoted? You know what? It could be this spring. It could be like in 3 months from now. Could be coming up. AJ, who's coming toward me in love that isn't my ex? You have a fire sign that's very adventurous and passionate. They feel like a Sagittarius. They could be a Leo or an Aries, but it feels more like a Sagittarius. There's also a Libra here. So you could have 2 people coming in aside from your ex. Now, if those are the signs of your exes, it doesn't mean, it would be another one in addition to the ex. One person is like, doesn't hold themselves back. They come right in. That's probably going to be the Sagittarian. And then the Libra one comes off a little bit more balanced and peaceful, like a Libra. Lauren, is he watching me on social media? Yep, he is. He's definitely. Tash, I told Anis he's a bro. How's he feeling? It seems like he sort of shrugged it off. Seems like he just kind of let it roll off his back. I don't know if he didn't think that you meant anything by it. I don't know what exactly he thought, but it seems like he just sort of let it roll off his back. Love Chastity, am I still in KP's energy? Yes, you are. Definitely. Anna, the text who stated that they were the wrong number contacting Alicia, was that the truth, or was it who I think it is? Is it who I think it is? 70% chance it's who you think it is. 70% chance, that's pretty good. Sister, is he looking at my social media? And if so, what does he feel? Okay. Okay, as of right now, I'm getting no, he's not looking at your social media, but I think that's right now. I think that he goes in spurts. I think sometimes he does a lot of investigating, and then other times he just doesn't think to do it. I think he has done it in the past, but it's not coming up that he's been doing that recently. Anna, will JF call me from the number I have on the phone or a new number when he calls me? Okay, will he call from the same old number? No, I think he calls you from a new number or a different number. Georgia, I was told RS is going to marry me. Is he? I'm not seeing marriage anytime soon. I don't know that I would agree to that. Not right now, anyway. Ritz, what is Brian thinking about our relationship? All right, I don't know where you are in your relationship with him, but it looks like he may be feeling like this is walking away. So I don't know if he's walking away or he's pulling back for a while, or if you've noticed that. You also have the Empress in reverse, which would mean that he's feeling a little bit detached. And but then things do move forward. So I don't know if he pulls back and then he comes forward again. And then it looks like he's actually going to want to be working hard on the relationship. I don't know. I think he may be feeling like he needs a break, or he needs to gather his thoughts or reevaluate what it is that he wants out of life. Because he's coming up like the Eight of Cups is walking away from something. So I don't know if something recently happened between the two of you guys, and he's feeling like he needs a break or he needs to reevaluate what's going on in this relationship. Anna, is the new job testing my patience, and why? Okay. Well, it's a little bit testing, But, you know, it shows that you've got strength around you and you have the Emperor here, which can mean a couple of things. The boss could either be a big fan of yours, or it could be that all of these tests and annoying bullshit that's going on is preparing you to one day take a promotion and become the boss. It's like, it's all for a purpose. It's all for, like, there's more to come from this. I don't think that your career ends in this position. I think you're going to continue to grow, and all this bullshit is preparing you for that. Georgia, will I get into dental hygiene school this year? %70 chance you will. I think you're going to get in. I think so. Chastity, I think I did that one, and I said that you could get promoted within 3 months. Does anyone remember me saying that? I think I pulled the 3 of hearts. I think within 3 months. Lauren, how is he currently feeling about me? All right, how is he currently feeling? Well, he's feeling a little bit less worried because he feels like he's got the divine guiding him. So he's sort of at this point taken all of his worries and put them into the universe's hands. He feels like you're very well balanced, that you're very nurturing, that you're a hard worker. He feels that you're very serene and you're pleasant to be around. He also thinks that you have a lot of strength. Anna, did he see my page and music on IG and Skype and the poem I wrote to him? And what was his thoughts and feelings on it? All right, did he see the message and the poem? I'm only getting a 33% chance that he saw all that stuff. Strength is around him, so something that he saw, he may have felt took strength or took courage. But I don't know that he saw all of this. Maybe he saw the poem and he thought the poem took courage. I think that's what it is. I don't know that he saw everything else, though. Not yet, anyway. Priscilla, is AJ texting in disguise from a different number to spy? Yeah, he's definitely called from a different number. Yeah. Stephanie, how is my next serious relationship going to be like and when? Okay. The next relationship should be stable, and it could lead to the happy home here you got here. So it could be very stable and very long term. It could also be something that moves forward pretty quickly. And you'll be feeling really good about it and very positive. It'll be a relationship that's built on respect, trust, and divinely guided. When is this going to happen? It could be September. The 9 of clubs. The 9 would be the month of September. The clubs would be this summer. I'm thinking it's going to happen this summer. Or September. Stephanie, do you see me going back to school for nursing? And if so, when? Yes, I do think you're going back to school for nursing. Let's see when. It could be this September. Could be this September. Where am I? Mary Elena, question below. Still drama with hubby. He didn't pick up the kids from my mom's like we agreed for my work trip. Are we really done for good, or will he walk away? What's next? Okay. You know what? I don't think that he walks away. I think eventually you're going to walk away. I think that this guy is addicted to the drama, and I think that he loves the fighting. I think it makes him feel like he's got a lot of shit going on around him, and that he's like super cool. I think you're going to be the one that's going to put an end to this. But it might not happen just yet. But it's like he's purposely doing things to press your buttons, because I think that he wants to get a rise out of you. I think that there's a little bit of an addiction there for him with the causing drama and it makes him feel special. Lauren, is it over between me and Jim? No, it's not over. Only 33% chance. I think there's more to come from this situation. Cade. What are Gabriel's intentions towards me? Does he ever want a relationship? Okay. I do think that he wants a relationship. I do think that this is all going to transform. I think his intentions are for it to transform. But I also think that if he doesn't get on the right track soon, you're going to be another one that gets rid of him. Because I don't think that you're going to put up with this for much longer. I feel like he wants to be in a relationship. He wants to be loved. He acts like he doesn't care. But I think that that's an act. I don't think it's the truth. And I think that if he doesn't get with it, get with the program coming up soon, you're going to kick him to the curb. And he's going to deserve it. Mary Elena, does the Leo have another woman in his life? I'm getting a 70% chance there is somebody else around him. Mary Elena, will I have another baby? Okay. I get a 70% chance that you will have another baby. And Stephanie, how will my parents feel and think of T? One of your parents may like him and the other one may not. It shows that one person may be feeling like he's up to no good, or like there's something a little sketchy or skeptical about him. And the other one may think that he's fine, like he's a hard worker, he's got a good personality, he's decent. So one of them may be a little bit, but I think that they'll come around eventually. But somebody may be a little bit more skeptical than the other. And does he have another love interest that's keeping us apart? Why is he not talking to me? I'm not getting that there's another love here at all. But I am getting that he is busy at work. And there may be a lot of travel around work with the Six of Swords. I know that he works far away or in the military or something, but I don't know if he's going to have to travel for that. So he may not even be where he normally is. He may have to travel away from that location. It looks like he's legitimately involved in what he does at work. I don't know if he's got some secret shit that we can't talk about, but there's a lot of stuff happening at work. Lauren, when will we see each other in person again? It's possible this May. This May. Stephanie. How do my parents feel about Xavier and us not being together anymore? Whoops. What is that? Went flying. I think that they feel like you're ungrounded, or the situation is unstable, or there's something about it that they feel doesn't sit right with them. Like they wish that you were together. They would feel more comfortable if you had somebody there. There's a level of discomfort around the fact that he's not around. And they're a little bit heartbroken by it. I don't know that it so much has to do with him, or that it has to do with that there was somebody there and they felt secure knowing that you weren't either alone or that there was somebody around. I think that they just kind of wish that there was somebody there. Okay, I made it through the super chats. So I am going to go up to the top and see if I can pull up some people that I haven't gotten to. Shani, is Corey thinking about me right now? I actually think he's been thinking about you on and off all day today. Comes up pretty strong. Alyssa. Oh, why is Martin feeling confused and misunderstood me at the moment? or at the present moment. Why is Martin feeling confused? Okay. Well, you know, he doesn't know what he wants. It's like on one hand, he's like, I don't want things to move forward. I'm happy with the way things are. But then on the other hand, he wants victory. Then the next card, it shows that he's walking away again. And then we have the Hermit in reverse, which means he's going to be silent. So it's like he wants happiness, he wants the relationship, but he can't get out of his own way. He's like his own worst enemy. He's got to get a handle on it. I lost my spot. I go back up to the top. Seba, I don't think I did Seba. A general message for the month of April. Okay, for the month of April, it looks like you've got justice coming in. So either good karma is coming in or justice gets served. There's some kind of a wrong that happened in your life that's going to get fixed in the month of April. Heartbreak and anxiety move into the past. Moving forward, love can come in out of the blue if you're not involved with anyone. There's a soulmate relationship that comes in, and you have a wish that comes true. If you are with somebody, your current relationship can move forward. You also may come up with a new business idea. There may be something around business or a new business opportunity towards the end of the month. Jennifer, Scorpio's feelings towards me today. He's feeling like you're very well grounded. There's magic around the situation, and that this relationship is going to move forward quickly. He feels a little unbalanced in himself, but he's looking to create happiness in his own life, and he's going to put a wish out into the universe. So he feels attracted to you. He feels spontaneous. He may call you out of the blue or do something crazy out of the blue. It's almost like some kind of inspired action happens for him, and he I don't know, gets off his ass. Oh, excuse me. Elizabeth, what is likely going to happen with the Michael's SM job? Is this a job that you just applied for? If it's a new job that you applied for, chances are you could get it. But I'm not so sure that you would be thrilled with the pay because the Three of Pentacles is in reverse. You may enjoy the job itself, but the pay may not be that great. See, it shows you being balanced or feeling well balanced, but it shows that there's a delay in happiness around this job. So I don't know if the pay sucks, but you like the job, or you get offered the job, but they don't come through with the amount of money that you wanted. Cade. I've been getting a friend that I just met named Kels to see about Gabriel. And he keeps telling me Gabriel is a trickster, and he sees that Gabriel is just playing around with me. All right, let me look. Do you think he's lying about Gabriel because he's got a crush on me, or am I denying the truth? I personally don't like to go through third parties because there have been too many times where things were not as I was told they were. I mean, I haven't dealt with like third party people in years and years and years, but it always seems like when the third party gets involved, something gets fucked up. So I don't really care for that. But let's see. Does Kels have a crush on Cade? I think he does. See, I think that he does, and I think that you have choices. This is what, like back to what I said for the first question. I think that if Gabriel doesn't step up to the plate and he doesn't figure shit out, you're going to leave him for someone else. And he's going to be the one that's going to be sorry. And he's the one that may come across like, you know, he's cool or he has everything under control, but he's going to be heartbroken if you leave him for someone else. And that's what's going to happen if he doesn't get it together. You're not going to put up with this crap for much longer. I can tell you that right now. Bianca, will I do well on my presentation in 3 weeks? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I skipped some. Hang on. All right, well, let me do this Bianca one first, but I think there's another one. Okay. All right, well, I do well on my presentation in 3 weeks. Yes, you will. Okay, Stephanie. Any concerns that I should worry about my parents or son? Any concerns around parents or my son? No, I mean, there could be minor bullshit that goes on, but I don't think you really have anything to be concerned about that's, you know, that big of a deal right now anyway. Bianca, will I pass my cardiology exam on Friday? I'm getting like a 70% chance that you're going to pass it. So I would just, do a little extra studying just to be on the safe side. Anna, should my friend Val worry about her connection with that man that she's with? He acts narcissistic. If he's narcissistic, then I would definitely get the fuck away from him, because I don't know that can be fixed. Let me see. I think that you should be concerned. So recently, well, a friend of mine called it to my attention that in her own life, she had somebody that was acting that way. And I've heard that word thrown around a lot. So, you know, I don't, you know, like, I'm not overly dramatic. So like when people will be like, well, I've been abused, but then meanwhile, it's like when they tell me what the abuse was, and I'm like, no, that's not fucking abuse. You know, so I don't take it lightly. Like, I had a friend of mine that used to always call his, like his circle of friends narcissistic, and they weren't. They weren't. they weren't doing what he wanted them to do. So in his eyes, because they weren't doing what he wanted them to do, they were narcissistic, but they weren't. It was like he was the narcissistic person. But even him, I don't think was. Um, I did some research recently because I came in my own personal life where I had somebody who was really manipulating and gaslighting, and I'm like, when I mentioned it to one of my friends, she was like, well, it sounds like this person's narcissistic. And I was like, oh, here we go again with the, labels. But I did some research, and actually this woman has every single characteristic when I did the research. And it was like stuff where, so for things for her to look out for, like the guy should, or in my case, it was a woman that was trying to manipulate me. They lie, but they play the victim, but then they turn it around and they really make you think you're crazy. Because like, I would get off the phone and I'd be like, what the fuck just happened? They say things and then they take it back. Like, well, I never said that. But you're like, no, you did say that. And they really do everything to control you and convince you that there's somebody that they're not, like they're so important. And this one, I have this friend and this friend loves me and they would do anything for me. And they put themselves up on this pedestal. And I believe that these people are very dangerous. So if she is with somebody that's like that, I would say to stay away. And from everything that I have found in my research, it's ignore the person. Let him call, don't answer the phone. Ignore. Ignore, ignore, ignore. And I always tell people, don't ignore someone because it's really terrible to, like, it's so demeaning to me that like you just ignore somebody but in that situation, ignore. You're not going to win a fight. You're going to go around in circles, and everything that you say, they're going to twist it up. So in that case, ignore. Jennifer, I feel like I'm an empath. Am I? Yes. If you're feeling, you have to be feeling somebody else's feelings, and usually it's pain. So the example that I always give, my sister-in-law was opening up an envelope. She got a paper cut. I could feel the pain of the paper cut in my hand. I could feel it. I feel like pain and sorrow and those kind of things are easier to feel when somebody else is going through it, where you actually feel the pain. Like you can physically feel it somewhere in your body. That's how you know that you're an empath. And also, here's the thing. Narcissistic people tend to manipulate empaths because people that are empathic have empathy for people. Narcissistic people don't have empathy. So a narcissistic person wouldn't feel bad. They would be like, well, fuck you, I deserve it. Whereas the empathetic person would be like, I feel really bad doing something that would hurt this person. Where the other person, so they kind of gravitate towards empaths. So especially if you're empathetic, you got to watch out for narcissistic people. Definitely. Bianca. I don't get Raquel. She's so confused. Like she sent me weird messages on Instagram and acts like cold. I don't know how to act. What does she want? Is she the Aquarius? Because if she's the Aquarius, that's typical of Aquarians. And I wouldn't even let it bother you because that's just who she is. But let's see. Let's see. She may be a little argumentative. That may be part of her personality. But there is love coming in here. And then there also is feeling prepared and the Wheel of Fortune. So I would give this a little bit of time here. Because I think you can get happiness around this situation if you just give it a little bit of time. I know that it may frustrate you, but I think that I think it could work itself out. Stephanie, how is Xavier feeling towards me after the breakup? Do they blame me for his issues? You're not responsible for anybody else's issues. You're not responsible for what somebody else does. I mean, I think that they're genuinely upset, you know, or they wish things had worked out differently. Now, the devil card is here, so I don't know if he's got a drinking problem or a substance abuse problem and a problem with addiction. And if that is the case, or gambling or anything, it's earthly pleasures, you're not responsible for that. You could, if you upset him, he could use that as an excuse, right? Oh, well, she upset me, so I have to go out and get drunk. But he's been drinking a lot. Okay, well, you're not, he could use you as an excuse to drink. But if he's got alcohol problems, you don't make him an alcoholic. So they may blame you because it's easier for them. And then that also leads into like, what do they call those relationships? I don't know, not codependent. But if it's easier, or enabling, if it's easier for the family to blame you for his issues and not make him stand up and take responsibility for his own shit, they're just enabling him because, like I said, you didn't make him an alcoholic. He may use that as an excuse. You know, people tend to, you know, use things as excuses as they fit for them, you know, if it's their story. But you didn't make him the alcoholic, and you're not forcing him to drink. So it's not your fault. Lauren, will we have a child together next year? I'm not seeing a child coming in next year. No, I don't think so. AJ, what does Awe think about me? All right, what does Awe think about me? Awe thinks that you're intuitive and passionate, financially stable, prepared, spiritual, balanced, patient, serene, easy to be around, beautiful, adventurous, spontaneous, and loving. Jennifer, I'm having baby fever. You see me with another child this year or next. Okay, is there a baby coming in for Jennifer? I'm only getting a 33% chance. I'm not so sure that you're going to have another one so soon. Sue, met my life partner after I start school in 2021. Meet my life partner after I start school in 2021. Let me see. I'm only getting a 33% chance it's going to happen that soon. I'm not convinced of that. Susie, is he suffering with depression? Not really. He might have his moments, but I don't think he's really suffering with depression. It only comes up 33% chance, and that to me would be like that's life. You know, sometimes shit happens, we get depressed over it. All right, I think I'm done with the super chat. So let's cut off the super chats now. I'll do the moderators, and while I wait for the moderators, I will pull off some people that I haven't answered because I'm getting tired and I gotta go to sleep. All right, let's see. Divine Shimmy, can I have a reading on when things will pick up? Anything, a job or love? Okay. You have divine intervention here. So things are going to pick up for you. It looks like if you keep persevering and you don't give up, you have a new job coming in maybe sometime this summer. You step out of the wheel, spin the wheel of fortune, get out of your own way. You have a fire sign here that things can move forward for very quickly. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, and you're going to be walking away from things that no longer serve you and moving towards things that are much better for you. I think that this late spring through the fall is going to be a very good time for you. Bobblehead, will Virgo X come back and reconcile? Yeah, I think you guys are going to reconcile. Yep, I think you're going to reconcile. Okay, Mel wants to give hers to beautiful Aries. Is he going through something at the moment? He is, but I feel like we're always constantly going through something, but it's definitely showing 99% chance that he is. Is SARS the only other moderator here? I don't think I saw anybody else. I don't know, is Brandy here? Lauren, will he have a messy breakup with the other person? I'm only getting 33% chance it's going to be really messy. It might not be that bad. SARS, model Polly can have my reading. Love reading. Okay, you have a water sign coming in, possibly a Pisces, who's going to be working really hard for your attention. You may feel when you meet this person that divine intervention has stepped in to put this person in your life, somebody that comes in out of the blue that leads to happiness with the sun here. They're going to be financially stable and very spiritual. So I think you're looking for, it's a water sign, but I don't know, it seems like it might be a Pisces. Alrighty, that's it for me tonight, guys. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow, I go back to work at, I teach Pilates tomorrow night. So I'll be on in the morning sometime, and then I won't be on again until probably like close to 10 o'clock by the time I get home. So I'll be on early, and then I'll be on again very late. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.